Then a soundbite came up. A moment to rest off camera. The producer's voice popped into my earpiece. "Richard, we're getting news in. A plane crashed in Siberia." She continued with scant details, but included the fact that the plane had been carrying 130 people. "Richard, we don't have a lot of information." Then, more nervous sweat. How was I supposed to deal with this? I hadn't done the best job of jotting down the details. I asked, "How many people on board again? What was the airline? Do we know why?" She replied in my earpiece, "Don't know airline, only that it's European, and no, we don't know cause yet. After the soundbite is done, we'd like you to summarize. You have 45 seconds. Well, that's like 45 minutes when ad-libbing without a teleprompter to me. I jotted down more details as the tape played. 20 seconds, I heard her voice say in my ear again. I grabbed one of the script pages and pressed it into my face to sop up the moisture. Not conventional and barely ecological, but scripts are always around, the makeup team is not. Why were they giving me breaking news in the middle of an audition? It seemed unfair, like showing up to interview for an accountant position and suddenly being asked to pirouette. 10 seconds. I shook my head, taking advantage of the off-camera time to do a couple of bumblebees out loud to loosen my lips, and I let out a couple of performative coughs and some meditative ahs. 5 seconds. Okay, last move, a throat clearing, replanting myself in the chair. Then the soundbite was finished. I felt ready. "And cue," said the director. At that word, the rattled Mr. Hyde became the calmer Dr. Jekyll. And so I began. We'll get back to that story in a moment, but I need to get to some breaking news just in on CNN. We're getting word that a plane has crashed in Siberia approximately 1 hour ago. So far, so good. 130 people were on board, though we have no additional information at this time. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. The breaking story was done. I continued reading from the teleprompter. Then the producer's voice in my earpiece, again. "Richard, there's been a flare-up in the Middle East on the West Bank. Scud missiles landed, unknown actor, but believed to be part of recent skirmishes between IDF and insurgents from an offshoot of Hezbollah. All of this is happening during my screen test? What's next? Is the control room going to hit a button to set off the sprinklers so I can practice reporting in the middle of a hurricane like the quintessential Al Roker?" I scribbled down the details. I couldn't get this wrong. I was sweating badly. I wasn't on air. I had 20 seconds to dry my face again without ruining the makeup. Coaching myself, "Get yourself together, Richard. Enunciation. Bumblebee, bumblebee." I looked like a crazed man on the subway rambling about his favorite brand of tuna. I jabbed the air like a boxer. I spit nervously. I blew my nose, honking with gusto to get out all the good bits. 10 seconds. 5. Cue. The cameras rolled. I went from frenetic and to calm, like Jim Carrey in the 1994 anti-superhero classic The Mask, or Jim Carrey as I imagine him on an ordinary Tuesday. I delivered the breaking news and then read 4 more stories. The producer came out, smiled, and shook my hand. "Thanks for coming in, Richard. We appreciate your time." It appeared I had done okay. A week later, my agent called. I did not get the job. What did I do wrong, I asked. Well, they don't tell you what they don't like, only that now is not the right time and to let them know when you have more tape in the next year. The next year, my agent could tell I was disappointed. "How do you think the audition went?" he asked. I told him I'd been asked to deal with 2 unexpected breaking stories. I admitted I was nervous, but felt like I was able to work through it by doing my off-camera face yoga and unorthodox printer paper blotting. "Wait a minute," my agent said, and then went silent for a few beats. "You know, Richard, when the sound pieces play, even though you're not technically on camera, you're actually on camera for the audition, right? That's when executives watch you quite closely." "I wasn't on camera," I said. "You're always on," he corrected. "Even if the viewer can't see what's going on, the execs want to know how you handle the pressure of breaking news. They're watching what you do as much off-camera as they do when you're on. And in fact, what happens off-camera could be even more important than what happens on camera," he told me.